guys, it's Lauren Vandermast here with laurenvandermast.com, and today I am sharing a video tutorial with you how to sew the Savannah dress. So I originally made this pattern to be made out of a solid linen, although today I'm using a cotton linen blend in this amazing print I just picked up recently from Spotlight. And if you've seen the other two dresses that I have made so far, the pineapple print is the same fabric as this. It's a cotton linen blend. It's incredibly lightweight. This is going to be amazing to wear when it's hot. And the navy version is a solid linen. It's a lot heavier. It's got a little bit more structure to it. I really, really love both options. And I do have my eye on this gorgeous marmalade linen that I do think will be the next Savannah that I make. So during this video, I'm going to just show you how to put the dress together. I'm assuming you have basic understanding of sewing, you know how to use your sewing machine and different stitches and of course a buttonhole. And I'm going to be walking you through the instructions and just showing you with the pattern pieces, just to make sure there's no confusion, because I have worked the instructions to try and spend as little time as possible moving from the sewing machine to the overlocker or the ironing board. And so hopefully your dress will come together just that little bit quicker. Before we get started, I just want to check in that you have checked and printed off that test page that came with the pattern to make sure your printer settings are correct before you print off your pattern. All right, so in my pattern, I mentioned two different seam finishes on the inside of the facing. The first one, which is what the actual instructions follow, is how I finish this pineapple version of the Savannah. So if we have a look on the inside of the dress, and you can tell I haven't ironed it since I last washed it, we have our facing across here, and then instead of having a raw edge along the inside of the dress, it has been serged and then turned under and stitched down. And that is how I finish the facing the whole way around. So we can have a look at the top of the dress, the back facing behind your neck. It is a folded edge and is serged and folded under. Along the bottom of the dress, so the bottom hem, has just been the traditional fold it twice and then stitch it down. So there's no edges showing there either. And the instructions tell you to finish it that way, but I did throw in an extra page with a suggestion of using bias binding instead, which is something that I am a huge fan on. I love adding pops of color to the inside of dresses or pants or whatever it is I'm making. So I did that on the navy Savannah. So I finished the exact same edge, the inside of the facing, all the way around. So that's the back facing. And here we have the inside of the front that goes down. The buttons are here. That is all finished with bias binding. The bottom of the dress, I have done the same. Although I guess there really is no rules as to how much you need to bind if you decide to do that, but I ended up stitching the bias binding along the edge and then hemming it with the same seam allowance as the standard version with the pineapple dress. Yeah, but you could, if you wanted to, add the bias binding and just do the neck facings and finish the bottom hem with that double turn as I go through in the instructions. Like I said, there really is no limit as to where you start and stop. And in all honesty, I did even consider hemming the inside of the sleeves with bias binding, and decided that no, perhaps that was going just a little bit too far with this dress. But yes, today, or with these instructions today, I am actually going to use bias binding. So here's my big pile of fabric that is waiting to be ironed. This is what I'll be sewing today, and normally I do make up my own bias binding with leftovers, but I wanted a solid color, and I was already placing an order with the fabric store online, and I was like, you know, I might just grab this gorgeous linen. binding. I actually have used this color in a top, so I knew exactly what it looked like.